So, good morning, guys, and happy Tuesday, happy New Year's Eve. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's safe tonight, and I hope everybody has fun. So, this is a rant, maybe not a rant, but Let's Talk Patriots podcast, Volume 1. And what a good time to start this, considering next week is their last game, and what an atrocious season. I was just thinking to myself, right? What can us as Patriots fans pull out of the season, other than we knew what we were getting into before the season? To all the fans that actually had faith in the Patriots system to maybe show a sign of life. We knew what we had as a roster, right? Less than below average. I mean, I think most of the fans thought that the bright spot was going to be the defense. And outside of Keon White and Christian Gonzalez, I haven't really seen much of anything, especially, we traded Uche away to the Kansas City Chiefs, and, Barmore has had his medical issues and stuff like that. Excuse me. And, injuries on both sides of the ball. Now, offense, really, what can we say other than Drake May is the guy? He's going to be our franchise quarterback going forward. And thank you to the New York Giants, who somehow know how to mess every single thing up each and every year, all the way from the coaching to the players to the owners, however you want to say this, right? You guys had the number one pick, and you went out second to last game of the year, and you got to win. I mean, I don't know. That just blows my mind. But it is what it is. So thank you, New York Giants. We now hold the number one overall pick. But it really comes down to this last game. Gerard Mayo held a press conference. And it's like, do you think that this guy's going to openly say that we're going to tank? No, that's unprofessional to do that. Now, we will know, come an hour before game time. If Drake May is not playing, I personally think what we should be doing is we should be seeing what we have in our rookies. Now, what has disappointed me all year are the rookies. You had rookie wide receiver Jalen Polk, who's openly on national broadcast come out and said, I have the best hands in football. How many catches has he had all year? Not many. We messed up there. We could have had Lad McConkey. We could have. I mean, this almost comes down to the draft process. We have messed up this draft process so much, and it's so sad. I think each and every single situation is really coming down to ownership and coaching. Is Gerard Mayo the best person for the job? Because this is what I hear all the time. If there's somebody out there who is better suited at any position, this is coaching, players, you pursue that player. So I think the Crafts really have to ask themselves, what does Gerard Mayo have that Mike Vrabel doesn't? Because I think Mike Vrabel and the coaching tree that would come our way would look a lot better than what Mayo and the coaching tree that he could bring. I mean, from some good sources, what really has been said is that Gerard Mayo doesn't have many connections around the NFL. So really, who is he going to be able to bring? It's been Van Pelt and the Crafts kind of like swaying people to come in, which makes sense. I don't think Gerard Mayo was suited and ready for the job. And I think Mike Vrabel will give this team a better chance at winning. Mike Vrabel has a better voice. He's a player coach, but he's a voice that's going to be loud in the locker room, and people are going to listen. Also, what Vrabel has done as a head coach, not just in NFL but college, is notable. And you really have to ask yourself, this year, if we can hold the number one pick, and listen, this number one pick should mean everything to this franchise, because this is how we're going to initially start building from the ground up. And what the Crafts ultimately end up doing with Gerard Mayo and this coaching staff is going to show us as fans that there's a direction to go. Because right now, we don't have a direction. Like, we're like, kids before ADD medication. Can't concentrate on one thing and just all over the place. That's what this Patriots team feels like. I mean, look at the locker room. This locker room has been all over the place all year. You have Keon White coming out and talking, and Jonathan Jones and Kendrick Bourne. We need to understand that this is a business, and the Crafts need to make a business decision and not just keep things as, well, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. We're not going to get anywhere. We're not going to get anywhere thinking like that. The Crafts aren't. What do you guys think? I want to know down in the comments, right? What are your thoughts, concerns, and hopes for this team going forward? Because ultimately we're the fans, and the fans are the ones that support this football team and make this football team what it is. I get it. We were spoiled. We had Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, and a great team around us for so many years. And ultimately, what goes up must come down. And that's where we're at right now. But we are so irrelevant. It is bad. There's a difference between a bad football team full of bad players and a bad football team with a franchise with no direction. We seem to be both, right? We seem to have both of those. There is no direction. Very little players that I would say keep other, outside of like Keon White, Christian Gonzalez, and Drake May. Other than that, everybody's on the table to be like, bye, see you later. I guess I will add another note. I don't think that we really use Demario Douglas to his full potential. He got very little touches, but when he did, you see these flashes, and I think he would be a very good slot man. I think we keep him as our slot receiver. Our rookies, Jalen Polk, I guess, give him another year, but have them be like the third, fourth option. I don't know what happened with Javon Baker, other than, every time it was asked, the coaches were like, off the field issues, blah, 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 blah. So, no clue with that. Cole Strange, our number one draft pick a few years ago. What has he done? Every position we put him in, he doesn't seem to be doing much of anything. I mean, we literally have an atrocious offensive line, and I think that's what's hurt us the most. So, as we get closer to the draft, and really it all depends on what happens this weekend, because if we win this game, it just shows you another direction that this franchise is just dumb. I think we should be, starting all of our third string players to see who we have coming forward or going forward. Who can be third string wide receivers? Do we, have people that we want to keep? Like Javon Baker. I think that's one person we need to look at. And Joe Milton, is he going to be could he bring us some trade assets? Do we want to get, I think Jacoby Brissett should be out the door. And Milton should be our backup quarterback. I mean, that's all depending on if he can be backup quarterback, worthy. And I think he can. I think Joe Milton, has his issues. But, I think the coaches this year should have drawn up some packages for Joe Milton, not to throw the ball, but to run it. Like, our franchise has been known to turn, players in college and put them in different positions, like Julian Edelman, who was a quarterback, and we turned him into one of the greatest slot receivers of all time, if in my opinion, the best one of all time. Just stuff like that. And us fans have to look at this franchise and be like, are they really trying? Are they really trying to appease themselves over the fans that support them? And no, I don't think that the crowd should listen to every single thing that the fans say. But they need to pay attention to the things that they need to pay attention to. And it's been noted, Jonathan Kraft is like that little devil's ear in Robert Kraft's ear. You can see it each and every game that the media pays attention to it. I see it. And I think major changes need to come. I want to know what you guys think. Offensive players, what do you think? Defensive players, special teams, coaches, what's going to happen? Because I don't know. I mean, this franchise just doesn't give us any clues or direction. So, again, guys, this is my rant. Let's Talk Patriots Podcast 1. If you like the content, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Oh, yeah. Be safe this New Year's. Let's have fun.